Have you ever laid in bed for a solid 8 hours, done literally everything right, and still woken up feeling completely exhausted? Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? Well, today we're actually going to fix that. Welcome to This Explainer. Over the next few minutes, we're going to lay out a direct biological roadmap to fixing your energy levels for good, relying on real sleep science and psychology. So let's just dive right in. I mean, we've all witnessed this ultimate paradox, right? The 5-hour hero. You know the exact person I'm talking about, the one who says, "Oh, I only sleep 5 hours and I feel great." Meanwhile, you're playing the 8-hour zombie, waking up groggy and just heavy. It instantly makes you question that golden 8-hour rule we've all been taught since childhood. And actually, as we'll see, the science completely backs up this paradox. So here's the agenda for today. 1. The 8-hour sleep myth. 2. The 90-minute sleep cycle. 3. The 3-2-1 power down. 4. Timing your perfect wake-up. And 5. Hacking your morning routine.
Okay, let's jump straight into Section 1, the 8-hour sleep myth.
Because here is the absolute truth. Your brain does not care about the raw quantity of hours you just spend lying horizontally. It only cares about quality. The real enemy of rest here is fragmented sleep. Psychologists explain that if your sleep is constantly broken, whether that's from blasting your eyes with blue light right before bed, lingering caffeine in your system, or honestly just stress, your brain never reaches its restorative stages properly. So your body might be physically resting in the bed, but your mind, it is not recovering. Your brain tracks the quality and completion of sleep cycles, not just the hours on the clock. So if you're getting fragmented sleep, you're guaranteed to wake up feeling unfocused and heavy, literally, no matter how long you are actually asleep. Moving right along to Section 2, the 90-minute sleep cycle. Look at this number, 90. This is absolutely the magic number for human biology. Human sleep does not operate on a flat hourly rate, guys. It operates in rhythmic 90-minute cycles. And here's the real secret. This biological rhythm doesn't just turn off when you wake up. It dictates your optimal daytime energy too, meaning you can actually time your deep work focus blocks to match this natural biological energy. We operate on these continuous ultradian rhythms day and night. But first, let's look at how to protect these 90-minute blocks at night. So within those 90-minute cycles, two vital stages are happening. On the one hand, you've got deep sleep. This is your physical restoration phase. It's where your body repairs muscles, strengthens your immune system, and releases growth hormone. On the other hand, you have REM sleep, or rapid eye movement. This is the mental restoration phase, where your brain is super busy processing emotions, storing memories, and boosting creativity. When these two stages are balanced and completed without interruption, your body feels fully restored. And that is exactly why someone can feel totally energized on just 5 or 6 hours if they've successfully completed their cycles, while a fragmented 8 hours leaves you totally drained. Which brings us to Section 3, the 3-2-1 power down. Okay, before we look at the specific steps, we really need to understand the goal here. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading. And look, think of this not as some luxurious spa evening, but as active, necessary biological maintenance. Your brain needs a literal physical signal to slow down. By offloading, you're telling your nervous system that it's finally safe to rest, which allows your brain waves to organically shift from their active alert state, which we call beta waves, into a much more relaxed state, the alpha waves. Alpha is the state where sleep actually starts naturally. And here's the highly actionable countdown rule to help you achieve that alpha state. Step 1, 3 hours before bed, absolutely no heavy food. Why? Well, digestion keeps your body physically active when it really should be cooling down. Step 2, 2 hours before, stop working or solving complex problems. You've got to stop your brain from generating those active beta waves. And step 3, 1 hour before, absolutely no screens. No phones, no TV. Blue light actually blocks melatonin, your sleep hormone, and forces your brain to stay in alert mode. Try stretching, maybe some journaling, or just listening to calm music instead. If you follow this 3-2-1 rule, you actively guide your biology right into that perfect first 90-minute cycle. Now for Section 4, timing your perfect wake-up. Have you ever woken up to your alarm and felt like you were literally pulling yourself out of wet cement? The actual scientific term for that is sleep inertia. This groggy, super slow feeling happens for one very specific reason. Your alarm just woke you up right in the middle of a sleep cycle. It completely proves that waking up fresh is entirely about timing, not just about getting more total rest. You want to wake up at the end of a cycle, never in the middle of one. So let's look at the math here. Since we operate in those 90-minute rhythms, you should actively plan your rest in specific blocks. 3 cycles equals exactly 4.5 hours of sleep. 4 cycles is 6 hours. 5 cycles is 7.5 hours. If you set your alarm to go off right at the end of one of these blocks, say exactly at the 6 hour mark or the 7.5 hour mark, your brain shifts incredibly smoothly from sleep to alertness. You skip that sleep inertia entirely. And here's the best part. By mastering these 90-minute blocks at night, you're basically training your brain to naturally engage in those 90-minute deep work focus blocks during the day. That is how you unlock incredible, sustained daytime productivity.
But to lock this all in, you have to keep a consistent routine. Going to bed at 11 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. every single day, for instance. In psychology, this is directly tied to your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. When you sleep and wake up at random, chaotic times, your brain gets completely confused about when it's supposed to release melatonin. But with consistency, you're essentially creating a biological schedule that your mind can actually trust. It learns the pattern, it releases melatonin naturally, it helps you fall asleep faster, and you wake up feeling way fresher.
And finally, Section 5, Hacking Your Morning Routine.
I cannot stress this enough. The stakes are incredibly high in the morning. The very first 10 minutes after you wake up literally decide your alertness for the rest of the entire day. Your immediate actions dictate your daily energy. So what exactly should you be doing? First off, you need to get outside. Psychologists strongly link morning sunlight to serotonin activation. That is the exact chemical that boosts your mood and sharpens your focus. Step outside right after waking up, and please leave the phone behind. That immediate exposure to natural light instantly resets your circadian rhythm and helps you feel highly awake, totally without needing a drop of caffeine. And I've got a bonus physiological hack to really supercharge those first 10 minutes. Add some quick physical movement, or just splash your face with freezing cold water. This rapidly activates your sympathetic nervous system. It triggers a massive rush of dopamine and norepinephrine, which are your body's natural energy boosters. Within mere minutes of doing this, your brain completely clears up, and that heavy morning fog just entirely disappears. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this crucial mindset shift. Sleep isn't a weakness, it's your brain's recovery mode. Psychologically speaking, people who view sleep as some lazy habit or a waste of time almost always end up struggling with burnout and emotional instability. You can't look at sleep as a vulnerability. It is exactly the thing that restores your focus, regulates your mood, and sharpens your decision making. When your brain is fully rested and actually following these biological laws, your mind becomes absolutely unstoppable. So I'll leave you with one final question to think about. Are you ready to stop sleeping more and start sleeping smarter? Use this biological roadmap, master those 90-minute blocks to supercharge both your rest and your daytime focus, and take full control of your energy. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, here's to a much smarter night's sleep.